Hello all, I am iScribe with Steph, your Inkblot Oracle. If you'd like to come on in for a pick a card today and choose your message with meaning in relation to, in the spirit of, spirit animals, power animals, symbolic animals, to speak to your senses. So when you're ready, close the eyes, cleanse the palate. I will reveal. All right, here are our muses that have stepped forward. So spirit animal, the owl, and the rune the owl step forward. Then we have here the cicada. If any of the shapes and symbols that are standing out and speaking, timestamps are below, and you can head right to your message. And number 3 is the turtle. So we're gonna dive in to this divination and see what message is revealed. I will see you in your choice, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, a 1, 3, 2. I'll see you where you're chosen. Number 1, you have been aligned with the owl. Let's dive in. All right, you know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, feel well to comment below as your insights do expand the experience and we all become the oracles. You can drop an emoji of your choice. Whatever feels good to you, I appreciate you and your awareness. So owl, I'm diving right in here. You're welcome to take a screenshot, personal use only. Did you ever watch Clueless? Whatever. So there's something about whatever. Your animal rune was owl, hence what the Inkblot was made in the spirit of. But you also have here spirits. So there's kind of like, there's a brain up here and almost like a nest of hair. Don't go by mine, but you can see like the brain movement in here. This brain is turning into a butterfly. There's also a dog in there, and I can see the dog that's bringing up for me. Now it could be a spirit of a dog for somebody. If you've had a family pet, a cherished spirit animal pass and cross over, know that they are still with you and they have like this home within your head and your heart. And it feels lovely when I say that, and it's like curled up in a bunch of blankets. Oh, I love it. In the other branch here, there is something about loyalty, and you might be loyal to certain spirits of things, so however that might resonate with you, but the owl itself is stepping in. I swear my lips are just like not working, so please bear with me. What are you loyal to? Who are you loyal to? The spirit of such. The spirit of loyalty is so wonderful, strong, luxurious even. But I want to just like, as a thank you to the owl, who has your loyalty, and who are you loyal to? Is it as a broad, oh, I just had a camera light turn on all by itself. Interesting. Who are you loyal to? Is it a story of suffering? Is it a story of, XYZ? And I don't mean for it to have to be a negative thing, but typically, if there is something that feels stuck, we could be being loyal to something that feels sufferable. And what's coming out of that loyalty? And why are we loyal to it? Because there is a reason, right? I'm not trying to be harsh, but the wisdom of this owl is look around, all the way around. And when you hit where you can no longer look around, turn around and look at the totality. Who, and also something, of course, about nighttime. So being able to see at night, and something about being nocturnal, and there could be some relation to spirit activity. Maybe they're trying to connect with you. Maybe it's the best time if you're a dream. What's that word I want to say there? You're a dream worker, whatever. But the W for worker, that might be the best landscape that you're working in your dreams, because it's almost like you can oscillate all the way around, because there's different physics, there's different rules that apply there. You also have here this seal. So I'm going to read you the seal. The seal spirit brings love and is the guardian of wisdom. Stop it. We're here with the owl, so I love this. Seal teaches us to listen to our inner voice and to integrate our imagination with our minds. Seal spirit encourages us to follow our dreams and desires. Dreams, love it. and this will bring a calming transformation to our lives. Thank you, Seal. I'll put you up there along with the owl. I wonder if we should read Ted in. No, I don't know if I have the book closest to me. Oh my goodness, sorry. I don't edit my videos. The best I can do is pause. So sometimes it's just like, you gotta go with awkward is awesome. Let's check out what Ted Andrews says about the owl. We're gonna dive into the books today. Sometimes it's gotta be done. There we go, owl. The owl is one of the most ancient signs for spirit contact. I'm telling you, do not be afraid. It's like if a demon was to step in front of you, it's like, whatever. Dance in the hallway with it. It's like, you don't scare me. It's like breaking down through breakdancing, if that makes sense. Like breaking something down, like a dance, a choreography, step by step. I love it. Spirits are strong around you now, so you should trust your instincts and silent impressions. Do not ignore the phenomena as you begin to experience spirits more tangibly, seeing, hearing, and feeling them. Your mediumistic abilities are strong now. So you are the medium. The owl is also a creature of the night, and night is home of dreams. Stop it. Guidance and illumination are coming to you through your dreams, and attend to them as they will become increasingly lucid and prophetic in the next few weeks. The owl eyes are adapted to see the subtlest of movements with the least amount of light, and its hearing is just as acute as its sight. And because of this, you will see subtleties that you may not have noticed before. I'm going to just keep it there. So, number 1, owl, love it. You also have baby birds in here, and you can see this nest being built. There's 2 people here, actually. They are wearing skirts, and I'm kind of getting like a 50s, 60s feel, and I don't know if the lighting will allow it to come through. Oh, right there, see this white? It's like a white light path, and even in the spirit of what the book just said, is that the owls can see the most amount of light in the most amount of darkness. However, I just read it and regurgitated it. And that's what maybe these 2 parts of you, maybe it's hearing and seeing, or your spirit sense, your sixth sense, and your sight sense. Even if we want to put those 2 together and they're harmonious, it's like, and they're having a conversation. And when I say they, it's like my eyes that's going to my brain, because there's all this brain activity up here. And it's like, my eyes are like, I don't believe what I just saw, whatever. And then the sixth sense is like, no, that's a phenomenon. We're going to look at that. My eye is saying this. And it's like the instincts and intuition and the imagination, but the instincts of the eye and the brain and the instincts of the sixth sense. Because not everything is deserving. And I don't mean to say that word so harshly, but not everything is deserving of your attention. So it's almost like you got to pick the things out that are either becoming a pattern, or you're noticing, because I want to go back to the book, something about prophetic. And it may be prophetic for you personally, first and foremost. And that it's like noticing your own personal prophecy in your mind, in your house, in your, like just in your dreams. It all feels very, very powerful, and I'm loving it. So there's also 3 that are coming together down here. So not like a crossroads, but a thrice roads. A thrice road. The baby birds are speaking, and they are hungry. So I have a feeling this is something that's been born. And interestingly enough, even though I'm looking at birds, the seal popped back up. It's like looking at a seal, and they're like wet, and they have that blubbery skin like a baby. Did you ever have a water baby when you were a kid? And it's just like, it might feel a little awkward, but it's reminding me of it, something being born and covered in the fluid, the water, the love, and the preparation for this. There's also a woman stepping forward. So whether this is a mother in spirit, because as soon as I'm about to turn it, that whatever becomes the M for mother energy as well. Spirit guide, but the bear's just coming in here, personal power, with going within for the inner world. This is the inner world that's coming forward. It's like the inner world of the sixth sense and the eyes. Okay, I'm not going to say it well enough because I'm not sciencey enough for it. But the spectrum of our eyes, our physical eyes, whatever that spectrum is, they say we can see. But your sixth sense works on a different spectrum. And now overlay them, and not only overlay them, but then they're conversing. They're conversing. Something about you're very, very smart as well with this wisdom that is definitely at work here, but not so smart to where you're only intellectual or, you know, just surface. You're also intellectual in imagination, and you're also very informative in intuition. You see what I'm saying? I probably didn't say it right, but there it is. All right. 20 days, 20 weeks, 20 hours. Make a wish, make a claim, maybe keep an eye out in the next 20 hours of when you watch this and move forward, because it's your personal power, your personal perspective, your personal prophecy. Something is coming out of hibernation. And it's almost like I'm seeing the owl now as the rooster. There's also the sensation that you've been gone within for some time, like a hibernation story. Ice, winter, we're in the cave of ice here. And now you're coming out and people are going to be like, who are you? And you'll be like, I am me. But there's a transformation afoot here. Stop it. Transformation just came out. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you want to. Oh, did I just do something? I don't know what I did. Oh, I think my camera went funny. Snake, transformation. Sheen, obsidian. You're so shiny. And you know what's crazy is that even at the start of all of this, like everything's just going a little weird, right? The communication, my camera went funny, the light went on, and it got stuck. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm like, oh, I want the book. I didn't know. There's something about just, I call it awkward, but really it's organic in this moment of how I'm feeling. So there might be something as well. It's like when you come out of hibernation or this rebirth transformation, you've shed a skin. We're also, if I recall, in the year of the snake, if you receive this in 2025, and we're moving into the year of the horse. So it's like you got to shed, or have been hibernating to some degree or another, shedding and coming out like a seal, feeling a little maybe blubbery, little wet for the course. I don't know what the saying is, but like a bear coming out and stretching to cross through the year anyway, calendar year, however you may land in it, but the calendar year in preparation for the year of the horse. And I believe for whenever the Chinese New Year is. So again, keep an eye on that. Love it. Okay. In the Cave of Rivers, we have here intention, staff, 18, and pyrite. It's like there's something that you've jumped on. Think about like a video game. Bloop, 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 bloop. There's also a forest that maybe at some point in time it was like, I can't see the forest through the trees, but the owl wisdom, you've already seen all that you needed to see here in some landscape that may seem now desolate. The lumber, the trees, the earth, whatever earth elements this may be, whatever channel it is, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, you are utilizing to turn into, it's like the tree for lumber, paper, etc. So you're already in the transformation stage and state. And this is in the Cave of Hearth Fires also, that some of those trees that may represent parts of you that your owl has already been perched on and has nested and utilized in different seasons of the self, soul, and spirit, and has moved on. And now it's like we're looking at this from a different point of view, because now you're in a different tree, different forest, but it's amongst, like, anyway, you get the gist. Whatever. I love it. There's something very electric happening here. You might want to work with pyrite, obsidian. No, those are the two that are stepping out. In the Cave of Rivers, the I Am Presence, the Cosmos, Celestite, and 15. I'm still with that 20 though. There's just something so about that 20 that just is, it's like a neon in my mind. So you're feeling, I, you, me, of course, but I'm going to plot myself in to feel this. Not only are you working with owl energy, yeah, there's that's right there. Again, see that white flame? It's right here, the white flame of the I am presence. Now, I believe, if I recall correctly, Saint Germain is the violet flame. And I want to know, follow that if it makes sense to you. Now, there is some schools of thought, or the way it's depicted is that the crown chakra is actually white and not always like that amethyst indigo. It could also be the soul star chakra. So I'm not going to get constipated there, but I want you to feel in and tap in wherever that white flame is for you, because it's like almost like propane versus like wood fire. So you've already got the wood element here, but that takes you, like, the smoke goes right up to the cosmos. Whew. I feel very harmonious here. And I'm walking around the entire flame of that. Some also might have something to do with the mantids, meditation. Who are you in there? I see you. Are they badgers? No, they're rams. Rams are sheep, but I believe they're ram horns, closer to ram horns. Angels and spirit guides coming in the cave of earth, which is super interesting because we're in the cave of earth, which is more pentacles like, and you would think more tangible, but it's actually the earth element that has taken us, starting in our heart of hearts, because you've transformed the wood and the nutrients, as some farmers do, like, well, they'll burn their crops or burn for the nutrients, and your smoke, your prayers, your emotional body that is connected to, I want to say, like, the outer limits. You can oscillate not only like 180 degrees turn, but it oscillates up towards what we might refer to even just as a space of angels and spirit guides, even aliens, because the mantids are here as well. So I want to say meditation is probably something that's important to you. But how and where you do that, it doesn't have to be in the typical space, but it's like consciously knowing you're there. Maybe you're a walking meditation person. Maybe you are doing the dishes meditation person. Maybe you are a traditional meditator, and maybe you meditate and project out your body and to feel that connection, right? Just like the two senses, out of body experiences, outer limits experiences. And that's even part of this personal power coming out of hibernation, is like those, again, I don't want to separate, but aspects of ourselves, outer body, outer limits, inner body, inner limits. We also have here inner world somewhere. I don't know, maybe I made that up. No, I didn't. It said going within. No, I'm okay. And you're probably finding your wisdoms and your words can sometimes get a little jabbered here. Is it awkward or is it awesome? But you're willing, you're trying, because you're coming out of hibernation. It's like you've got numbing stuff on the lips, and it's like a dib, a dib, a dib, a dib, a dib. You might also be a good channeler, or start that. How do you want to start that conversation with spirit? How do you want to start moving from, and maybe even having the conversation? What's the difference between a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium, a channeler? And the difference is by far and wide based on other people's perspectives, but what do they mean more importantly for you? Because it's almost like I don't want your head to turn in a million directions, but knowing that the whole world is there, but your seed, your flame will expand out there, and it's like it'll expose things for you to oscillate towards what is worth your attention at the time. I hope I said that well. All right, let's add on a few more cards here, and then I will let you go. There's a gentleman here. He's a little angry. Is he angry or is he blushing? It's almost like he's blushing, but he's angry that he got caught in the blush. What is this going on? Like, he's like, see him down here? Okay, so here it comes. And grounded, Uluru, Australia. So I want to plop that in right in there. There might have felt like at some time, felt very angry with spirit, or angry with seeing timber being taken, whatever timber might represent to you. And I think this is something that has been helped with, because I feel like I'm receiving in this like Charlie Brown, but also like heart monitor. So there could have been somebody masculine energy that passed from a heart condition. Are they angry? I feel like I'm holding on to that emotion, and that's holding part of that perspective in a state of imprisonment. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm feeling it fully as myself. Because as soon as I acknowledge that, it's like the spirit energy was like, thank you for not holding me to that, or to that last moment, or to a fight, or, you know, etc. And there's a freeing of that. Now, for some, maybe there is somebody you are angry at, and it could be a masculine energy or a masculine line, your masculine lineage line. But I feel like I'm being 3D printed from that. And then I'm about to, like in here, like break off the pieces of that. And I'm going to be left with this, which still has that birthing feel, but it feels like from a 3D printer. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Okay, 2 more cards and then we'll move on. Reflection 35. I want to say like this root space of grounded to this spaciousness with Mount Shasta here. The I am presence. It's like this is how it's moving through. Yeah, I can see you in here too. It's like two, if I can mash together deers and seahorses, which is interesting because it's like, I don't know if there's any sort of like, there's a seahorse in the water and then there's a horse on land. I'm not saying that they're necessarily of the same breed or anything, but just even in our language and what horse represents, a certain kind of freedom and horsepower. Coming out of hibernation, there's horsepower, personal power that can go on land and sea. But then this deer brings in a certain kind of grace about it. But then I'm also curious, just thinking around to Steph, is there something deer related in the water? Is there something else that has a certain amount of grace or symbology that you could apply there? The seal's looking at me again. I like it. Last card. Transcending. Oh my gosh. It's so great with Atlantis. It just brings me up to angels and aliens for one reason or another. I'm also going to note in this moment, because you have transformation and transcending here, the mantids, this white flame. It's like a different kind of technology. Like you are, I don't want to be creepy about maybe your 3D printer, you create things, whatever the case is. But even let's say the blueprint that you are transforming from, like shedding that skin, like the snake in the 3D printer. And now like you're monitoring your heart well, like what the heart wants, but not in this like, well, the heart wants what the heart wants, because I feel like to some degree or another, that's just like a, I don't know if it's irresponsible or it's a thing to kind of like actually disconnect from collaboration, because you're collaborating with spirit on a significant level. And I say that because it's many levels at once, but it's not to be overwhelming, but it's almost like picking and choosing and just saying, I'm starting there. It's not the be all end all. I'm just starting here. Maybe it's your dreams, maybe it's meditation, maybe you're writing, maybe you're drawing, maybe you're going for a walk. Something in your hibernation state or an aspect that's been in hibernation is transforming and has transcended what was written before. And the owl is coming through to congratulate you, because then it's kind of like this perch again. Magic is on the bottom. This perch, I don't know, this perch. I'm just going to leave it at that. Maybe that perch has something to do with something. I don't need to figure it out in this moment. But I love it. I will see you at your other choices, or I will see you again soon if I haven't seen you already. Oh my goodness, my words and lips aren't working. Numb lips. I will see you soon. Bye. Number 2. Acicada you. I don't know what that means. I'm in like this crazy storm just kind of went through. All right, let's go. You ready? Close the eyes, cleanse the palate. Cicada. Let us know what you see, sense, or feel below. Your choice. What you see, sense, or feel. Or an emoji. This is the Ted Andrews rune. We will read it. Cicada Past. That was the inspiration. And then you also had here Dragonfly that we will read in a moment. I got caterpillars happening here. If I could bash together, caterpillars and butterflies. Caterpillars and butterflies. Yes, there's a head in here. It's almost like I've never seen the movie Shrek, but there's something about Shrek. Maybe there's a kindness in here, or whatever the moral is, the moral of the story about Shrek is. I'm not sure. But here's the interesting thing. I'm actually seeing a trek in here. There's a goose. Yeah, what else is going on in there? It feels far off, though. Far off. Far out, dude. That's how I heard that. There's wings in here. There's that butterfly coming through again. There's something about... Oh, this feels soft. And maybe you're lightening up on yourself or others. Maybe there's an air of forgiveness that you've been working through. Okay, so how to forgive, maybe. That message could just be for some. Thank you for holding space. You know the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So it's like put two of them together talking. And imagine being Alice in Wonderland, walking past these, hookah smoking caterpillars, but there's two of them talking and they are not concerned about anyone else around them. So it's quite interesting. Now, why are they like that? Because I'm going to dive in closer and closer and closer to them. I see you there. Is because they're actually working like silkworms and they are weaving something that is of high value for you to wear. It's a garment. Now, this could be a symbolic garment, could be a spiritual garment, however, or a frequency garment. But you have like some spiritual silk garment being made for you. That feels really, really nice. And I think it's also part and parcel of what you have. Oh, there's this woman with like really fun glasses on. I don't know what era she's from. Maybe like the 80s. Or just something about fun glasses. Maybe it's the style of the 80s. To be honest, I feel like she's very recent. So like within the last decade or two, if you've had a friend or somebody pass or cross over to the hereafter, here being the key word, but something about her glasses, kind of like Lisa Loeb or something like that. So maybe even like 90s. I feel like I'm all over the place with time here. Because as soon as I acknowledge it, it went like, bing, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So there's, a few of them here. Please receive this garment. Oh, you're good. They are excited to make it for you. So here's the thing though. This excitement isn't in the typical way like, I'm excited, I'm excited. They are actually very seriously working. These caterpillars that have silkworm abilities, they are working very seriously about this because their quality of the silkworm fabric, I don't actually know what it is, but it's the closest thing I can see and say it. And that's their thing. That's what they do. This is their service to spirits in human form. And it's something about the soul space in between that, like, it's almost like a DNA in the fabric, but it works with that. It works with the soul energy, your soul specifically. And it's like nobody else can take that or wear it. It would have nothing. It would actually be invisible. Like it wouldn't even be known. Oh my goodness. Just when you think you're abstract enough, and then it comes just a next level. Okay, so there's something about past lives coming through, and I think that you've also recognized that past lives are meant to inspire, not to be held as like a chain or a handcuff. So there's something about that. I'm going to read your dragonfly, which is really interesting. I was seeing it as a butterfly, but here it's the dragonfly, and that's cool. Dragonfly. The dragonfly spirit brings acute awareness and gratitude for the small things and balance. Dragonflies change direction swiftly and are comfortable in the air as well as in the water. Your spirit dragonfly can help you find joy in the simplest of things and feel the power of life. Feel the power. Feel the power. I almost want to say it has something to do with this spirit garment. Is that the right term? Well, it's from spirit. Maybe I could say the higher self. the soul's going to receive it, and it's like overlaid. Oh my goodness. It's like the translucence of a dragonfly wing. Like, how do you describe this as you're seeing wings being made? I don't even know that I can. I'm doing my best here. Let's read from Ted Andrews' Animal Rune, Cicada. Past. Cicadas are fairly large, sap-sucking insects that feed mainly upon trees. Their eggs are laid in soil, and the nymphs take sap from various roots, and they remain underground for several years, 17 years for one American-type cicada. And they come up only when it's time for the adult to break out of its nymphal skin. And because of this, cicada's appearance always reflects happiness from the past resurfacing within your life. Can we read that again? Because this is the feeling of like forgiveness. I also want to note, side note as well, if you've come from number 1, and if not, no pressure, but you may want to pop on over there, because even though it was the owl, there was the forest, and it looked like all the timber and everything had been gone, but it was about this perspective and being appreciative of that. And now I'm just noticing with the cicadas, and they're talking about taking sap from various roots. So we might even, just putting those two together in the moment with you, receive or release freely, of course. It's like, what happened to this forest? And maybe it was something underground, something that was zapping us, that we weren't really knowing, and there's nothing on the surface to show. It's because you went within. You went within and recognized what we were loyal to, what lines of thought, etc. You get the gist. Okay, so I'm here. And back in the cicada, I'm not even going to apologize for the randomness of it, because it's not random at all. When the cicada has come up in your life, it reflects happiness from the past resurfacing, past lives, as a point of reference, and to remember that feeling, forgiveness, remember that feeling. Cicada heralds a stirring of forgotten childlike joy. It can indicate the meeting of someone who will seem like an old friend, and cicada's appearance always indicates a gift, an opportunity, or an offering that, along with being surprising, will touch your heart with happiness. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. All right, let's give this a flip, and we'll start adding on some cards in the Shaman's Palm layout. Thank you. Seeing a sumo wrestler. Okay, so sumo might mean something to somebody, but this feels like okay, so there's 2 of them, that's why. There's this feminine energy that's like very feather boa-y. Like, imagine if a dragonfly came out of like the poof of a flower, like, poof. Oh, it's gorgeous. Or like on stage, maybe somebody's on stage, but it's being held up, grown from the root of the third eye of the masculine energy within the self, of course, but if you know this to be applied to you and your partner, or friend, or brother, sibling, etc. So the masculine and the feminine energies are working together. It's like cheerleading. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, and or like football players, but I'm seeing it in, is it like the defensive men? Like, it's this big presence that, you know, as the cheerleader would jump up or do something, can be held. It's fantastic, actually. Seeing something about dodo birds. Okay. So we have here retreat and transformation in the cave of ice. Yeah, there's this undergroundness, this information. So I'm getting this sense here, if you're here with cicada, you've retreated or done soul retrieval work, past life, etc., even in your own memories and Rolodexes of the here and now. It doesn't have to be in some, oh, for heavens and hot dogs, I'm telling you, the oddest things are happening in this reading today, but I'm keeping it. It is what it is. you've gone back in the memories, past lives, some, even prehistoric concepts. Yeah. Because you have access to something there. It's like you've done the work, the burrowing. Think of a cicada lifetime cycle. We're going to take 17 as the general overall for the one kind. And to do that and to go through that. So there could also be something about 17 years. Also notably 17 days, and maybe taking a look at the next 17 days from the time you receive this message. I see you. Gray wolf, if that means anything to anyone. In the cave of winds of the mind, soul awakening. Oh, for heavens and hot dogs. Could there be anything more crazy going on today? Okay, thank you. I want to note that in the retreat, so maybe you're also going on a retreat or a vacation, or you're just stepping back from, like, it's like if you have been very immersive in healing yourself, traumas, whatever the case is, past life, regression, so on and so forth, all great things. And now you're retreating from that and allowing everything to be digested and integrated, and it has awakened, yes, but now it's about integrating it in. So it's not this thing that you do a reference directly. You've brought it into the modern transformation. You've brought it here now, and you're doing something with it. It's not just, I don't want to sound douchebag, but it's like just not something that you did or do so you can reference. This is that you've referenced it, and you're deciding through your research of self, soul, and spirit that now it is here in the modern moment, at the present time frame, which I know you're doing this in the present moment because it's very powerful here. And this is awakening something within you that remembers, ironically, so it's like the past, the present goes to the past to bring it to the present, and then it like opens up a bigger present, like gift, back to the cicada. It's a bigger gift. Yeah. Because this, in the retreat, was like far off, and now it's right here. It's up close. Cleansing. In the Cave of Hearth Fires is cleansing, if you want to take in the art. Feather, black tourmaline, number 6. Okay, see these feathers here? Because they're all here as well. And it's like you have black tourmaline in here. Who are you guys down here? I keep seeing you talking. There's something about a bicycle seat or getting a new bicycle seat. Something about the ribs, if your ribs mean anything to you, or what they might symbolically, spiritually hold. It's almost like cleansing out the side body, not just the front, not just the future, not the past perspective, but also the side body. My goodness. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like if you, even being in your presence, I feel like I'm saying present and presence a lot. It's like your masculine energy can naturally hold, I'm feeling it in this moment, is I'm being held up like that, cheerleader person. And but I can feel it energetically. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for that. But I also want to note that there's times that whatever strength it's taken for your masculine side to cultivate this, that it's okay as well for it to be like, okay, shower, like go and take time out, go on vacation, restore, relax, and also find out what reignites and awakens your interest in things. Because you might feel with the cicada like things have been cyclical, and it's like, oh, it's just reoccurring, same day, different, whatever the case is. And it's like, okay, well, how do you retreat from that redundancy? Be responsible, of course, but where can you hold for a second and go, I'm not going to be redundant about this. Soul retrieval and healer is coming through in the cave of rivers of feeling and water. So we've gone from this awakening. It's like before you even step in your heart of hearts, I want to note as well, especially with the feather, what is it, the gates of something or other? I don't know if it's the judgment or the bardo, but they weigh the feather with the heart. So you've had some sort of cleansing. There is a karma clearing here. If you were here, it has been cleansed. You've been healed of this. You've also have received some sort of rune, numinite, if that means anything to you. And it takes you. So like it was far away, then it got close. You got close enough wherever you are. And I mean like here in the present time, you've been cleansed karmically, blueprint. Maybe you got like a big old eraser and you're erasing lines and you're like, no, whatever your alignments are that you are modifying. And then we come in here and now we're in it. We're in it. Man, you've got cheerleaders though. This is the middle world, shamanically speaking, and this is the middle world represented amongst the shaman's cave. And something about blue screen. I don't know what that's about. Something about under the chin. I'm seeing a kiss goodbye. So you might have had to say goodbye to someone or something, or even something in your past that's been, whether it's past relative to this timeline or to a different timeline. Oh, okay. You know what it is. Thank you. Divine Feminine here in the Cave of Earth with Moon, card 10, and Black Moonstone. Remember, was it here? Yes, the fabric of the caterpillars that are silkworm workers. She's holding it in the Cave of Earth. You're already embodying something. Yeah, you're already embodying something. This is that fabric. It's like fabric of the cosmos, which I think came up in card or 1 owl. But this is like the dark matter of the cosmos specifically. I also want to note that there is a feeling of a shroud or a shawl. It just in the spirit of dark cosmos. This is not to be feared. This is where the healing is done, in the dark waters, dark deep waters. But it starts on the surface. You know, if you think about that water and the playfulness and all this, and you've been training yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, here's the thing. It's not so much that I'm feeling like, oh, it's like I can go so deep. That means, you know, it doesn't mean anything. You've made a point. You have made it a practice for personal transformation, that you've gone deep, 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 because that's how you've retreated, to go within for your transformation. Other people might go out to the side and like go out like roots. Other people might go up towards the sky. But whatever aspect this is, it just happens to be very emotionally depth and deep. And it's so deep and it's so cold. And I think this is why you have this fabric. You also might be a past life channeler or something along that lines. You might also be a shaman or and you work specifically with either runes or doorways. Someone's also works with the underworld. Those could all be a lot of the same things all at once, but nonetheless, here we are. Let's add on a few more cards and then I'll head on over to number 3 to our turtle if you're joining us. And if not, then I will see you again soon. I'm just going to grab these 3 cards and then I'll bring them out for you. There we go. Power. Breakthrough. Last one. Chaos. And on the bottom is patience. You've been super patient. You've also... cheeky. I love it. For some of you, you might be healing and you've literally been a patient, whether that's in a traditional hospital, for mental health, for food, for addiction. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It feels very positive for me because there's an immersive experience. And so it's like going to saying to somebody, I'm going to go on this retreat, but it's also part and parcel for recovery. You also might do this for people. I'm not saying this is of you. It's because somewhere in your past, as broad and big as that may be, and whatever timeline you're deciding to go into, you know how to guide others to do this healing work. It's like skydiving and they do it tandem, scuba diving going deep, and they have a scuba tandem. I'm not sure what it's called. This is what it's like. I think this might be something that you might even be called to be or awakening to consider doing if you don't already do it. Now, how do you do that? I don't know. There's many different modalities that can be an inspiration as a path, but essentially they're only going to be seeds. Tradition's only going to take you, as I'm seeing it, so far before you kick off and find your way. A modality gets you momentum, it gets you started, but really the way it's like there could be a million tarot readers, but they're not all the same. Like they have this vibe and you're going to like get this signature. Oh, I love it. So the breakthrough with the moon landing, and then we have the moon down here. And this is what it's like when we were talking about the masculine and the feminine. And you can place them whichever way you want, because even within the masculine energy, there's the masculine and the feminine. And it continues on and on and on and on and on and on. So, but they're here together. And this is taking, oh my gosh. It's like knowing lifetimes or being able to travel, however one might do that. And it's like that fabric suit we were talking about with that silk. It's like being able to go into deep space or deep waters. And you get to see a perspective of different chaoses. Now, that could be chaos magic. And that could be chaotic energy that you're learning how to harness. Maybe it's chaos from family, friends, communications, whatever the case may be is. But your ability to harness this power, and then just like those caterpillars that are also the silkworms, they transmute it and create silver threads. I happen to see them as silver, but they're really quite invisible, like the dragonfly wings, but that's the best, like silver and translucence together. And that's what it's almost like being able to do. Because I want to acknowledge before I get ready to go, you have been very patient with certain amount of chaoses that have been other people's crap. But you've been put in place for a reason to witness, to see, or to be a part of, and how you want to be a part of it, because there's still a choice in how we are a part of it. And you've done amazing things. Not only do you have breakthrough, but also a soul awakening here. You're kind of cleansed of a bunch of crap that's not yours, so don't pick it up again. Don't touch the hot stove again. But you understand your power because it's also changing. And yes, it might be done in the dark. Yes, it might have something to do with dark matter. It might just be in the shadowy crevices that not everybody else has interest to go. Does it make you a specialty? Yes. I wanted to say maybe, but yes, it does. It's like there's a bunch of doctors out there in the world, but then there's specialists. So a modality might start you, or you might have like 10 years, 20 years, 5 months, whatever the case is. This feels like a lifetime thing. Like when I any sort of like shaman or what, it's just part of their life. It's not something they took a course on. It's in their essence. But that doesn't mean if you're awakening up until that point, it awakens in your essence, and you might start with a course or a book. And those are, again, the modalities are just the seed, like you weaving to open up. And I just heard your majesty about it. So, and I want to know as well before I let you go that in the soul retrieval, and this dark feminine retrieves it. It is retrieved. Did you go through some chaos, crap, to get that? I don't know. Maybe for you it was smooth sailing. I'm getting the vibe here, it wasn't so smooth. But you can look back now and smooth it out. So when you reflect on your past lives, memories, childhood, etc., they're no longer this thing that has, jagged edges. You've smoothed them over. I hope this it did inspire. Pigs do fly. That's how I heard that. And somebody says, yeah, when pigs fly. Well, pigs fly here. I don't know where we are, but pigs fly. And it's awesome and it's enjoyable. All right. Okay. Activation just came out as I'm getting ready to move over. Activated your soul awakening. It is done. I hope I have done you some justice. Until next time, so much love. Bye. Number 3, we have... Oh my gosh. Sorry, let's go. We have here turtle. Close the eyes. Cleanses the palate. And when you're ready... There you go. You know the drill. If you, whatever you see, sense, or feel welcome. To note below, no pressure. We all become the oracles and the readers. You can drop your choice below, an emoji. I appreciate you. All right. We've also had the fish that came out here. And your Ted Andrews rune is Turtle Promise. And before I start scrying your ink and seeing what the ink has for you, I actually want to read Ted Andrews' Turtle. I swear there must be some sort of retrograde going on because it's hilarious. Turtle, promise. Let's go. The turtle is a symbol in many societies for Mother Earth, the shell being a symbol of the world, which it is carried on its back. A new world is opening up now for you with new opportunities as well. These new opportunities will begin manifesting within a month's time, 28 to 31 days. When a turtle appears, it is time to get connected to your primal senses. Your primal senses are awakening physically and spiritually. Take advantage of the opportunities you begin to perceive. These are real opportunities and not just products of your imagination. Now is the time to come out of your shell and express your ideas. The turtle promises that if you express and act upon those ideas and perceptions, you will succeed. Trust that vibrations are good for making changes now. I want to note that the word opportunity seemed to be in there a lot, and that's pretty cool. So maybe you do want a lot of opportunity. Isn't the human experience just hilarious? We'll read you fish in just a moment. Yeah. And something about that, is it the tortoise and the hare? Like that childhood book or story? I think I got a hydrate here in number 3, turtle, because you've got a fish and turtle, very water oriented. You know what's weird though? I feel like super calm in this one. Not that the other two weren't calm in their own way, but this feels like if you're watching things in the order of 1, 2, 3, but please choose your own order. This feels like the earth, my earth, your earth, I, you, we, me, of course, whatever you have been healing, retrieving, doing, reflecting on. I feel like I have a new map. And not because the old one was bad, because you completed it. It's like a level, like you've been there, done that, but without that kind of attitude. I didn't mean to do that. It just, I can be cheeky, but it's like, yeah, been there, done that. Kind of going to the first one, whatever. And it's almost like that adolescent behavior of like, whatever, been there, done that. Now there's a wisdom here. This is the wisdom here, the new world wisdom, your world, your kingdom. Okay, let's dive into the Inkblot. It's starting to speak. I don't know if it's King Kong or a gorilla, but they're bringing me bread. There's also a bat. This is a heart bat or green ray, depending on if you follow the rays or the chakras and or both. And interestingly enough, there's also a W here, cheerleader, which kind of brings me into 1 and 2. Not saying that you have to go there, but I'm just going to connect the dots. Because the W at first in number 1 was the W from Clueless, the movie, whatever. This is a much rounded W. It's like moving from printing into cursive. And however you might do that on a computer. Like, I don't know if it's like small letters to caps or if there's different fonts anyway, whatever feels good to you. So we'll just use printing to cursive or, a basic font to your preferred font, almost like your signature font. There is somebody here that's smiling. He has a mustache and not like in a cheeky one. He's just like super pleased. And hopefully you feel pleased with yourself. Yeah, I feel super pleased with myself right now. In the air, in the aura of whomever you are. It's awesome. He does have a mustache though. Also, there's somebody that looks up to you. Yeah, they very much so look up to you. This it's like if I could put King Kong, a gorilla, and Batman together. Oh my God, so great. See this person up here with arms wide open? They kind of look like Chewbacca. Chewbacca. There's a cheers, 2 cups coming together up here. And I don't know if the lighting allows it to come through, but you can see this white here. So it's like heart and spirit. Heart and soul, heart and soul. Thank you. Okay, there's a boy, adolescent to young man. I'm brutal with ages and time. I see you up there. One moment. Oh, there's another, lots of masculine spirits coming in here from, this guy he looks like the Joker. I don't know if it's the right actor, but like Heath Ledger, maybe? And something about keeping him quiet or keeping quiet. Maybe there's just something in the air of that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so there's a different gentleman here. Thank you. Yeah. Something about a tooth, too. And maybe something about a root canal coming through. I'm not sure if I'm in water here or if I'm rowing. Interestingly enough, I feel like I'm trying to get my footing, but I know I'm on water. I actually feel like I'm inside the shell. So it's like I can feel the ground of the earth shell, like the turtle shell is the earth element, but I'm also like on water. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me read the fish and then maybe that would be helpful. Fish spirit brings adaptability, a flowing life, success in business, and in one's career. Fish reproduce themselves easily, therefore they are creators of life. Your spirit fish can help you to navigate through difficulties like a fish in the ocean and let go of unnecessary burdens that you carry without noticing. Fascinating. I heard that saying just as I said that. You know, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And then there's something that I think within the self, starting first, or, you know, extending it out to externalized expressions or experiences, people, places, or things, you're just not picking it up anymore. You're like, that's not mine. But not in this adolescent way. We always have our inner adolescence. It's in this wise way. There's just a wisdom here, which is circling all the way back to number 1 for me of the owl. It's like if the turtle and the owl had a conversation, Cicada would step in as the 17-year essence between the two of them. Like, it's like this conversation has taken 17 lifetimes. I don't know. But this is here and now. That's the cheers. That's the conversation. There's something about a white swan. There's enough. You are enough. And sometimes that means having boundaries of enough. But I feel like I'm saying that to myself, like, enough of this. It's not what I want. It's not what's, this is not, I'm not carrying this into my new world, my new map, my new habit, my new routine. Why is it new? Is the old poo-poo? No, but you've decided to make a change about something. So it feels like terraforming. Slow, but it's specific. If you were building a whole world from scratch, a whole universe, you're going to take care of some details. And that's what you've been doing. But also to accept help from a team. Imagine being like an architect or a director. It just is a symbolic position. And then you have makeup people, you have script people, you have editors, you have actors, support that are on board to help your world or dream come true. Here's the thing. Because unbeknownst to you, or maybe beknownst to you, you're helping them for their world and dream to come true. Like, the crossing over and the crisscross is fantastic. Chef's kiss. That's why this gorilla Batman thing is bringing me bread. It's risen. Yeah. Okay. The bread has risen. If anyone makes sourdough or bread in general, it's a skill that I just buy from people who can do such a thing. All right. I look up to you. Somebody still wants you to know that they look up to you. They look up to you. They look up to you. I love it. Something about someone who water skis or does a lot of water sports. They're stepping forward. Okay. Cave of Ice, going into the Shaman's Palm is Soul Retrieval. 29, Middle World. This also came out, and I have shuffled quite a few times. Well, I don't edit my videos, but I do pause. That's my big ability, is to pause. I want to know that in this card here, see that world? That's like a projection that you can see of the turtle, the promise you have made to yourself. Kind of like the promised land. Not promised by anyone else outside of you. God, goddess, deity, this, that, or the other. You choose, because once you've chosen to accept or to be in alignment, then it's part of you. But this is yours first and foremost. This piece is coming into the puzzle. And I think it's all these opportunities that were talked about as well. Yes, you can adapt. And you can also let things adapt to you as well. Terraforming, again, it's a big theme here. Anyway, I got distracted. See the coloring here? I want to insert this entire scroll in there. I love it. You might also be mapping something out. Like literally going on a trek, a portage, or your next year, whatever the case is, where you want to be going, as guidelines. It's like I'm seeing ropes, like red ropes. People inherently know, you know, if something is roped off. Look, don't touch. I don't know what value that has or the meaning of it, but if it resonates. Oh, for heaven's hot dogs, that was self-expression with Larimar coming in the Cave of Rivers. 26, Water Larimar. All that water, what came with it here? Teacher and Soul Awakening. That's a, oh my gosh. I'll put those off to the side, just in case they mean something to somebody. Somebody also might be teaching people, or you've been taught and now you're teaching others how to, like the turtle wins the race type thing. Okay, I'm going to give it a flip. Let's keep going. Whew. There's an eyeball here. Like if you were to get an egg with 2 yolks, there's an eyeball with 2 pupils. There's a very Asian vibe here. I'm not trying to be rude, but just I can see all like those, it's a certain kind of hat or cap that they wear when they're, I don't know, when they're like doing their things. They're farming, their land. They're doing land things, water and land things. You are expressing yourself in a... Oh, there's a remembering in... It's infused. Something about being bilingual. Okay, for somebody here specifically, there's a spirit that communicates with you in light codes or something like that. It could even be song or music or like codes if you're a computer person. But there's something about the infusion of code. I don't see it, but I know it's there. Like just as me as Steph, I'm like, I don't know what's being said, but I know it's there. It's like if I was to see, take a Metallica song, pick any Metallica song that you like or enjoy, or any song that you like, and you were to see all the music notes that each player has for that song to come together, and then imagine taking those notes and trying to explain to somebody the sound as the language expression. There's just a lot there. I don't know. Anyway, so something about light codes. Could even be like ASMR. But I feel like I'm in like a video game that when I put in words, or if I write something, maybe you're a writer of worlds, that inherently it's like making a book for children, but it teaches them a very strong or powerful message about making choices, or everybody goes to the potty. You know what I mean? Like it's simple, but something really, really profound in there. I know nothing about coding, but just in the simple space of it, zeros and ones, no big deal. It's like but looking at music, and it's like, but you know how to work with that, and you create a whole world. Somebody could be receiving light codes. I don't even know anything about that, but I feel like I can feel it. And maybe that's how it happens. I don't know, but maybe you hear it or you say it. Larimar's coming back in. I see you in there. Yeah. So there's also something here that's like standing up, like not Mighty Mouse, but kind of has the air of Mighty Mouse with like this, not, they're furry wings. They're furry wings. That's exactly what I want to call them. Okay. I will, okay. One more and then I will, okay. Oh my goodness. Moving forward is on the bottom. Anyone play Twister, like spin the bottle? That's what I wanted to do there. In your cave of hearth fires is coming through as rebirth. This is the new world, the whole Turtle Island. If you're familiar with Indigenous teachings and learnings, you also might be an Indigenous teacher. You might be learning Indigenous teachings that are open. Not like I myself studied and worked alongside Indigenous for about a decade, and there are some closed things and then there are some open things. I'm very grateful for the openness as they're weaving and working between. In my case, it was specifically about Eastern and Western medicine blending, or working in harmony, and also just culturally speaking. It was very, very beautiful. That's what it's kind of reminding me of. Yeah. It doesn't have to be that culture specifically if that's not what you're naturally attracted to. Because like I said, there's also, I don't want to be rude, but it's like, I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, Taiwan. I don't know. But it's something that they wear those flat hats, or like the cone flat hats are like woven. Yeah. I'm also going to note here, there are boxing bumblebees, but they're like partners. If a bumblebee means anything to you. Also, the heart is having the heart area, love, romance, partnerships, collaboration, self-expression, how you talk to yourself is transforming and changing. This might have been a challenge for you, but opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Because I'm seeing that turtle shell around the heart. It's almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a training you were going through. And maybe you went through a process to retrieve and remember. Coming into the Cave of Rivers, I have here ancestor healing with amber and the tree, and then challenge lightning. Sometimes it can even be like that. There's that land and water that we were kind of talking about. Maybe you're working, or have been for some time, that kind of last, I think you're the last piece of the puzzle, if there must be a last and a first at all. But it's like not staying in ancestor healing, and bringing that into the here and now. And the challenges is bringing it into the here and now in healed form, not in the hurt form, but in the healed form, in honor of that. Dark feminine of the moon and truth and integrity coming in the cave of earth. And you're doing so. Like, look at all these different cultures here. It's like you can't give a turtle one. It's the whole planet. It's the whole planet. And all of these beautiful ancestors, even the ones that are pissed, that's the path they might be taking to move forward, to be taught, to be a master, to be a healer. And they're happening to take a different path, or just a path. You have spring and summer here, but I feel like coming into, for at least for me in my space, winter. Maybe winter is a challenge. You might also have seasonal effectiveness disorder. And how you bring the sun in the spring into your winter is key. So with the emerald tablets, there's lots of emerald shining out at me. Emerald and lavender. Emerald, I feel like they're both colors, but lavender also has a scent. Could I give emerald a scent? Would it be like pine? Maybe something symbolic, a word pine. Because then there's like this, oh, this person is right here as well. It's that light code. It might have something to do with Egyptian and the Ankh, like an ancestor Ankh. Or maybe when you look at the Ankh, it means something to you. Again, it's like transmitting a truth that you understand. And I don't know if it's like Persia. There's all of these ancestors here. And here's the thing. It's like, they're like alien coders. Persian, again, I'm not trying to be rude. Dubai and India, to indigenous, Aboriginal, Egyptian. They're all here. It's because they're all on the shell. They're all on the shell of the turtle of the planet. Okay, so how do I want to close this message out? Hopefully I've done, this feels like, as much as I was saying like light codes here, now I feel like I'm just like barfing. But it's like this, it's forging a frequency that you do because you are moving forward with the support of all ancestors. It's in here. See that? It's like I know it's not, but it's kind of like a blend of the flower of life and the medicine wheel. With all the ancestors. All of them. All of them. All of them. And whatever race, creed, culture, teaching, respecting what's open and what's closed, because they are inherently everywhere. I don't even know. This turtle is fascinating. Okay. All right. Let's get these. And are you awakening to this, to all that is? There's that emerald color with the magic. It's like right there. It's literally in the card. Or in the ink. It's like I feel like for here in, English, E, I, the words. But if I was to look at like ancient languages, Chinese or Mandarin, it looks so different. I'm like, how does that translate? Does a diagram, but this is what it's like. And I'm very thirsty and dry-throated here. Maybe it's just a challenge to keep the human hydrated. I get you, Spirit. I get you. All right. Oh, that Ankh is coming back. Healing again. I love it though. Healing the dream temples at Asili. I'm not going to pronounce that. In Greece. Healing here twice. Emerald magic. Emerald City. Emerald City healing magic. This is the place where all that is. And I don't know if I've done you any sort of justice or the turtle spirit animal in, I don't know if it's access, the way you visit here, we all have access to, or you're awakening to the Akasha, or who your spirit teachers are. There's the staffs in here. They have power. They come from trees. There's something about carvings too. Okay, last but not least, we have here Life Force Energy, the Messiah in Africa, and Courage, Vikings in the New World. Okay, is it? I might be very liminal now. And I can't remember if the turtle talked about the opportunities of New World of sorts, or if that was in my imagination, or if that was number 2. Promise. It's like the promised land, but I've made the promise to myself. It's not promise based on something I think exists. It's something that you know that does. Because you made a promise to yourself. And of course, maybe coming out of your shell has been a challenge, is a challenge. But there's always a choice to like calibrate the retreating and, you know, introvert, extrovert of sorts. So there's also a school. Like masters and messiahs. Now we got African, like everybody is here. This also has a vibe of mystery school. I don't know. I can't even remember. Like, this is wild. I'm not trying to be irresponsible, but I just want to acknowledge the courage to take on certain, to choose challenges that essentially is like land and water. But this karma clearing has happened. And now you might teach others how to do that, or how you're moving forward might be a challenge because we've been in a certain environment for so long. It's like, but you've gotten the certificate or it's done, but it's like, okay, now, you know, move forward with it, move forward with your, but even that in itself can be a challenge. But I want to say accept it, accept the challenge, not accept it, accept the challenge. When you see something as a challenge, it's really an opportunity. So when you choose it, it's an upgrade to your life force energy. It's part of your magic. And gold energy. I'm very Egyptian-y right now when I'm saying that, all that gold. And these light codes. Dark codes. Light and dark codes. And maybe it's just in a very big picture, this existence. Or an emotional, something that was emotionally challenging. I'm seeing honey, if that means anything to anyone. Honey. It's like, who found out that honey has healing properties? As the example. Magic. I'm back to the 2 people eyeball. And I'm going to say the Messiah, magic, and the master, the teacher of this new world, your world, the way you see the world, the way you interact with the world, externally, internally. You've definitely got healing vibes about you. Maybe it's like coded in, or you receive downloads, celestially speaking, or from these ancestors in the work that you do. But it's almost like that double pupil thing. It's like the master is a perpetual student. So it's like you can see it from both, not two eyes, like one eye with two people. Okay. Oh my goodness. I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. This was fascinating. Thank you for choosing the turtle if this is where you landed. And if you're wandering over, timestamps below to if you're going to owl or the cicada. And until next time, I will see you next week. Bye.